is online.
All right. So sponsor again for this week. You guessed it. Rise Mortgages. So if you're a first-time buyer, whether you want to buy a house or you want to buy a revenue property and it's your first time, Rise specializes in this type of transaction. If you need clear guidance, help on how to navigate the real estate market, especially nowadays, it could be a little rough. They will guide you from A to Z, give you fantastic advice. Go to risemtl.com, ask to speak to a specialist right now. risemtl.com. Enjoy.
Very good question I have for you, Poseidon. Do they only cover mortgages in Quebec, or if you want to buy like a place in Alberta or BC, do they cover?
Well, risemtl.com, they're a Montreal-based company. That's a very good question, actually.
They also supply mortgages for Vietnam if you need them.
Allegedly, that's all alleged fabrications to smear the good name. Stop interrupting me, please. To smear the good name of Rise MTL.
Why would that smear their good name? If they're
I'm joking.
a multinational. Yeah.
No, I'm playing along the.
No, you normally you could, but it's harder. It depends on the rules of the country. But if they give you a mortgage,
Yeah.
But I don't think you're in the market for international homes.
Yeah, but for real though, they specialize, in Montreal specifically. They could do the rest of Quebec as well, but they're focused on local.
We don't know. There might be a list.
Adam, get a property in Montreal first, okay, and then go international.
Yeah. I was about to say there might be listeners who are looking for property in Toronto.
That's true.
Help them?
Fun fact: had you not spent $40,000 to $50,000 on gambling, you'd be eligible for a down payment on a property.
It's okay, Adam. I don't have any money either.
Guys, I wanted to.
I'm not any better.
I wanted to share a thought with you, and I won't be surprised. That's the most appropriate way for me to phrase it. If you're going to turn around and say, "Now I really got to strangle you," after having said what you said.
You have to strangle him?
No, I'm not surprised if Poseidon, after having heard what I'm about to say, might turn around and say, "Now there's no ifs, ands, or buts. I will strangle you." Guys, I took a few $100s, and I'm begging everybody here, including our listeners, to believe me. I took a couple of $100s to Playground, and it gave me a large reading of points. Now, if I went there with $5,000 or $10,000, that would be like hundreds of thousands of dollars, right?
Doesn't make any. You just said a bunch of words with no substance.
Had I used that same tactic that I used for a few $100s.
What tactic? What was the tactic? You didn't say that. This is what you said. This is not a tactic. You said I went to the casino and I lost the money I went in with.
I got ahead of myself. So let me start again.
That's not a tactic. The more you so imagine if I lost 100,000, right, guys? Right, guys? High five.
My head hurts right now.
So, okay, guys. I admit I don't have to say I'm manning up. I'm aware of the fact that as per your having heard me out and telling me that the logic that I'm using is pretty poor, I agree with you.
He's going to kill you.
It doesn't make sense for me to want to rack up all these points. What am I getting? Like you said, free dinners, right? So my reasoning may have been so-so in terms of the fact that never mind if I win or if I lose, I'm getting all these points at Playground, but it means nothing.
Had you not spent all that money gambling, you'd be able to feed yourself properly and not rely on free dinners from Playground Poker.
That's a good point. You also could have probably used Rise Mortgages MTL and got yourself a dwelling.
Exactly. You wouldn't have to live in a boiler room. What I'm saying, people, is so weird, don't be like Adam. Don't gamble your money away. Go to risemtl.com.
As far as I'm understanding, risemtl.com is saving the homeless.
And guys, I bet you this is a marketing thing.
Yeah, it's a marketing thing that you keep adding onto it and you're not supposed
Unfortunately, Playground never told me, Mr. Adam, you put in whatever, $2,000 and you came out with $1,500. They don't do that. They just say your total points is.
Yeah, this is Playground's fault. You're right.
That's how points work.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
So guys, okay, now, I'm actually I'm conceding to myself as well as to you guys the fact that my claim might actually be valid. If I had $5,000, $10,000, I could have racked up hundreds of thousands of points. But to what avail?
What would that do for you?
I'm giving credit to Pantelis, for saying, what's the point?
That's not credit to me. That's credit to any general intellect. What's the point of losing $100,000 for nothing? Just to have a fake. That's like you buying skins on an online game. If it's not helping you, what the fuck's the point?
So I got a little over, you know the word zealous, right? I got a little overzealous with the idea, oh wow, you're a high roller at Playground. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less.
But you're not really a high roller if you just give them your money. I think you have to win at some point, right? To be considered a high roller, or am I crazy?
And
or you just have to roll high.
Hold on. I was under the impression that you're like a little bit, if you go to the Vegas casino, this guy's a high roller, and we give him free comps, we give him free meals, we give him free
Yeah, because
this.
he gambled. I mean, sometimes you're right. They're all failed gamblers, but some of them are slightly successful. What you keep telling us is that you keep going to the casino without us, failing miserably. But
Also, these high rollers you speak of, it's multimillionaires that go and gamble $1 million, but they have like 50 million.
And
they don't really care.
They couldn't give a shit. They get a free
That's
hotel,
like
right?
like if you had $100,000 and you gambled 1,000.
Yeah.
You know what?
No, I
Okay,
get it.
whatever. I lost $1,000, but you have 100,000 on the side.
Yeah.
You have no money,
Well,
and you gambled 50,000. That's the
that's
difference.
where you're still failing to see that. Okay, you know what? Let's be fair here.
Poseidon, look,
I
bro.
gambled away
It's obvious here,
$2,000.
Poseidon, that you're the fucking idiot between the two of you. You don't understand the strategy behind wasting all your money and taking loans out so you could lose it at the casino. You don't understand it. You know why? Because you don't value the level of points. You don't value being a high roller you don't value going in there with your card, and when you scan it, they go dipshit. You don't value.
Dipshit.
Okay.
That's gonna be.
You don't value.
I'm gonna create a new machine that every time you use PayPal, it's gonna say dipshit. It's gonna be your soundbite. Fuck Gapes, if you're listening, bro. I love you. If you could take his dipshit and put it on like a payment processing every time somebody pays on like a commercial
For something stupid.
for something stupid, it would be hilarious. Dipshit. I'm never gonna get over
Wild,
that.
bro.
Ah, fuck. You know, every week I try to come here with a positive mindset of like, I'm going to be nice to Adam. And I feel, because I do feel a bit guilty of being a little bit rude to you. Because the truth is, I am rude to you. I'm man enough to man up to it and to admit it. And I come here and I go, no, I'm too rude. I'm going to try and be nice to him. And today it took me 30 seconds to spaz on him.
Oh, that was downstairs, yeah. Because for some reason, Adam decided there's only one way to park. You know the lines where there's the parking. It tells you to put your car within the lines. Adam thought he had to just be over one line. That's how you just follow the line.
Wait. It's worse. I told him, get behind the building so I can open the garage door for you. What does he do? He drives north on Saint Laurent and tries to go to the other intersection. But I'm like, bro, the building's not that long.
Yeah, but how long is it?
He's like, how do you get?
Said,
and he's like, how do you?
I'm 9 blocks away.
And he's like, how do you get to the back of the building? I go, you use any of the lanes around the building. That's normally how that works. You know,
They may or may not be connected.
And then he came, bro. He came. You know where he went? He fucking took the street all the way down to the other light, entered a lane all the way a block away, came, and I saw him coming from far away, and I'm like, bro, Jesus Christ.
Why were you jerking off in the car?
The car did smell like ass, by the way. I would like to...
Well, that's normal. I mean, it's him and a bunch of toddlers. It's going to smell like ass.
hey...
I mean, it's not even a hey. It is, I mean,
But at the end of the
statistically,
day,
someone in there's going to shit their pants.
I did get
And
to
then-
the garage.
Finally. And then when he got there, it's what Pantelis said, that he couldn't park. I've never seen anything like that. I think I've seen...
You're like a bald lady.
Are you talking about Will Smith's wife?
Yes.
That too, right?
You're a bald lady.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it now.
You might not be able to park a car, but you can park your mouth on your fucking husband's friend's dick.
Oh, shit. So yeah, and I recorded the whole ordeal. It's gonna be up on Instagram because it's too funny to not post. I had to get in the car and move it for him, park it for him.
Poseidon, are the fans aware of the time that you got me my haircut and all that?
They're very aware and they're very upset you haven't gotten for another haircut. Actually, I went to the barber today. I got a fresh cut, as you can see.
Fresh cootie.
They asked me, bro, Poseidon, where's Adam? We miss Adam.
That's
We
not a
mi-
question. That's not really a question because then they said they just missed him. It was just a statement.
Well, it was a question.
No,
and
they
then a
asked,
statement.
where's Adam?
Look, they knew where you were.
Question was Adam, and then a statement.
I love to shit on him, but I did say, yeah.
Listen,
What
Adam.
did you say?
They said that that they miss you.
Yeah.
How do you feel about them?
Yeah. And that while you're getting your haircut and your beard trimmed and you're getting lined up and everything, they want to jerk you off under the apron.
That's a bit much, Adam. We don't have
So
money for
I have
that.
a very simple policy. I do not mix
I know it's
sexuality
not
with
I-
haircuts.
Look, I know it's
okay?
not.
I have a very simple policy. I do not mix sexuality with haircuts. He has one simple policy. He's lived his whole life following one simple rule. No mixing sex with haircuts. A very logical rule to live your life by. Carry on.
I mean, if anything, haircuts are quite sexual.
Massages are sexual.
Massages, yeah.
I didn't
know,
say
I
I
always-
won't mix
I'll-
anything with sexuality. Sorry.
I always wondered why masseuses. I mean, the professional ones, not the skanks.
No, obviously, yeah. I always wonder why every masseuse I go to fucks me.
No, but I always wondered why they're overly professional and overly cheery. And I was watching the show The White Lotus,
To make sure it's not erotic?
and it finally clicked in my head. They understand that you're touching the other person's body,
Yeah.
and that they're overly professional and overly cheery in order to really eliminate any idea or aspect of any sexual thing that could go on.
You got foot rubs, you got a pedicure and all that.
Yeah.
Foot massage. If you bring your girlfriend to get foot massages,
Yeah.
are you going to be weirded out if it's a dude?
Absolutely has to be a woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I had a similar conversation, and the person I was speaking to couldn't understand why.
This is Pulp Fiction all over
That's
again.
what I said. I said, why are we having this debate? Samuel Jackson and John
Well-
Travolta already settled this,
Look, it depends on the man, of course.
obviously. But we're talking about just a regular man.
Just a regular, average sized man, not possible. If it's a little man, a little effeminate, I'd be like, whatever. If he's clearly gay, that's fine.
Because there is something about feet, about touching the other sex. There is something.
It's not just about feet. It's just the fact of being touched. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you add feet to it. There's something to it.
Yeah.
Something to it.
I guess.
Yeah, that's why Travolta had that whole thing.
That's why I always go for like a older masseuse lady
I got a foot massage.
that I have zero sexual attraction to.
I got a foot massage. I swear to God, this is not even a joke, but I couldn't take a picture of her because she was literally right in front of me. She was giving me the foot massage. It was your mom, Asian.
No.
Bro, as soon as I saw her, I was like, there's no way I could do this respectfully. Like, you can do better than you. You look like someone I know, but not Chinese. You can't. There's no way of doing it respectfully. But you would have died.
Last time I got a pedicure, it's funny that you mentioned that. I was sitting there, and like it was the owner of the place, and he was massaging my feet, and like I was just
You don't mind a guy massaging you. He just can't massage your woman.
yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot what a pedicure is.
and
It's when you do something illegal to a child.
And they cure you.
It's when you cure the kid of his virginity.
God damn. So, and this was a few months ago, and it's the Asian man. He's clearly the owner, the manager of the establishment.
Uh-huh.
And I just like when you zone out, and you're just staring into nothing. But like I was staring at him, and like as he's rubbing my feet, he looks up, notices me staring. But the thing is, I wasn't staring at him. I was zoned out. And then he starts smiling and getting all jeery and like cheery, like ho ho ho, like laughing
At your feet?
at me. And I was like, what the fuck? Why is
No
he?
one's ever laughed at my erection before.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? And then after, jokingly, because like, normally when you get the pedicure, they do the clear nail polish or whatever the fuck to make the nails look nice. But I never asked for that. I tell them, I don't want that. I just want the nails cleaned and trimmed and the foot rub. That's all I care about. And then he's grabbing the nail polish bottle, or not the nail polish bottle, but whatever the fuck it's called, bro. And look at me. He's holding his. Oh, you want? I go, no. Oh, you sure? I'm like, no, bro, I don't want. Oh, okay, ha 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 ha.
Besides, they- no, bro, I don't want.
I was like,
What?
I was like, what the fuck is this guy's deal, bro? Small Asian man. I was like, anyways, that was the story.
I mean, I'm aroused.
Okay, guys, I don't want to be rude.
I got a
but
pedicure while I was.
I don't have a clue what a pedicure is. It's something to do with your feet, but what
No,
do they
Oh,
cure
he
you?
really doesn't know.
Oh,
I thought he was
yeah,
messing
Adam.
with us.
There's a
A
manicure,
pedicure, yeah, a manicure is for your hands, your main,
right?
and a pedicure is for your podia, your feet.
Oh.
So I got a pedicure while I was on tour with Mike in Rivière-du-Loup.
Mm.
Yeah, the girl was very like she was whatever. She was like, "Your feet are okay." I was like, "So then, why am I wasting $60?"
The only reason, well, it feels
No
good.
kidding.
It didn't feel good at all.
No?
There was no massage on it. It was literally just that. Put a little bit of cream, hydrate, shave a little bit of your feet, and that's
Oh no,
it.
me, I always got them because of the foot rub.
No, and then I went last week when I was out west, and I got just sat there, Chinese lady massage my feet.
Okay.
That was funner.
Admit you feel lighter, eh?
Yes, there was. She went a little hard at some points, and I was like, "Calm the fuck down! Like
Yeah.
you're pushing on the bone now. Calm the fuck down."
Yeah.
And she was like,
Yeah.
I don't know that. And I was like, oh.
One of the main reasons I started getting them is because I guess my big toenail got thicker, and now when I trim them and I cut them myself, what happens is I sometimes go a little too deep, and what happens is it grows into my skin. So I have them do it for me now square, so it doesn't grow into my skin because it hurts like a motherfucker when it grows into your skin like that.
Yeah, it's basically stabbing you.
Yeah,
Your own body is attacking you.
on my toe.
I mean, as it should. Everybody should attack yours.
Wait, what? So we spoke about Adam's parking job, so now you know what a pedicure is, right?
And Adam's parking job at the same time.
Yeah. Speaking of parking job,
No, please do not skip because I know where you're going with that. I know where you're going with the parking. I believe I know where you're going. Are you going to an upside down parking in Toronto?
oh no, but that's a good thing to bring up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna bring it up after, but no, my parking.
Because I want to hear about that because when I
Yeah,
called you,
dude.
I was in Vancouver. Yeah. So before we get to that, I don't want to forget that people were asking Adam,
Yes.
because you gave an update last week of your hanging out situation of the people that you were hanging out with. You met some new friends. You met some dudes at a bar. They asked, check in again and see, has he met new people? Is he dating anyone? Is he even interested in anyone?
Actually, so no, and no. Those
So
three
you haven't
percents
met anyone?
respectively.
You're not interested in anyone, and you're not dating anyone.
Right.
Well, who's calling you then?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
I don't need to know that. That's not important.
You don't need to
That's
know who's
sus-
calling.
that's
you?
Right now, our
suspicious.
focus is the show.
Okay, I like that. Very professional.
Oh,
Very
interesting.
professional. But when it was gambling
Interesting.
notifications, you go right to it.
Interesting.
But nobody calls me for gambling. I look at the phone. That's a difference.
So what do they call you for? What do they call you for, Adam? What do they call you
Never
for?
I'll tell you what they call it for.
entire life
You owe us money, jerk
Has
off.
someone called me and said, "Oh, by the way, the score is so and so." I got to do my own research for that.
Adam,
What?
did you bet on the Four Nations?
I placed a small bet, like $10.
Why'd you lie before then? You
Yeah.
piece of shit.
Not the. I thought you asked me. Hold on, you asked me about
No,
the
no, he
final.
asked you the
any game of the 7 or 8 games.
Adam, he asked you the same fucking question
I did.
Before the show started.
Yes.
You said no. And you even hesitated, and I thought of telling you that was a lie. And now he answered
But I
the
didn't bet
same
on the
Stop
final.
it. He asked you the same question.
You answered with a different answer.
And you answered with a different answer.
So you don't like my reasoning. I did not bet on the final. I thought you were talking about the upcoming final, USA Canada.
Yeah, of course you thought
Some
that.
How can you-
bullshit
The second
game in the
time you didn't
first
think that.
round.
How can you bet on something that hasn't happened?
That's how bets work, though.
Well, no, but I mean,
his defense.
Listen to what you just
okay,
said.
I get
yeah.
it, but fuck, man.
I
Like,
know what you're saying.
you're making it. Yeah.
Yeah, Adam, no joke.
Fuck, man.
You know how this podcast is going to end? The season finale is going to be when he chokes you to death on camera. And they're replaying it in court.
And it's just
He's like, Your Honor, I'm not saying I didn't kill him. What I'm saying is, eh?
and it's gonna be on the double cam that you have. It's gonna be like a Renaissance painting of me going like, and then my hands coming through the other screen choking him. Oh shit, bro. Adam.
Aramasco.
What are we gonna do with you?
So, you're saying you have not met any new people in the last week.
That's right.
So you haven't been out of your house much because of the snow, I'm guessing?
That's part of it. Yeah.
What happened with the car? Did you get snowed in? Because mine was underground and I was out of the town, so I didn't get to feel the pain until I got back, which we're gonna talk about. But I almost died.
Well, here's the thing, guys.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No way.
How many planes have I been in?
So you're telling me something good almost happened for
Yeah,
once?
something good. You almost got what you've been dreaming
Whoa,
of.
whoa. You almost got snowed in, not with a car, with a plane, or you lost.
Yeah, I didn't get snowed in with the plane. I almost died with the plane. So I was delayed by 2 days. It was like maybe 14, 15 flights. kept
Honestly,
getting
though,
delayed.
thank God you were, bro.
Yeah, I don't
because-
mind. Because it's not that
Because
I'm,
what we went through, like the weather was insane. We're gonna get to that. in a
Yeah,
minute.
the delay, whatever. It's not the end of the world. What happened was when we were the final flight that I was coming, finally ended up coming at 1 a.m. Right? You know, crazy turbulence when you're in the sky. Dude,
Yeah.
we were low, like lower than some buildings low, and the plane's just going super turbulence.
No.
To the point where I turn over and I see this mom. She had 2 kids. We lock eyes, and it was one of those moments you're looking at each other, and she's like, "Is this really happening? Is this how we're dying?" Bro, I pulled out my phone. I was texting, bro. I pulled my phone because I was texting. I was like, "Okay, I want this to be documented," because I thought I was dying.
Did you
I thought
start
your phone
recording?
doesn't work
Hey,
in-
no, I didn't-
thought
I didn't
phones
think-
don't work in the air.
No, they do work in the air. You also get free texting.
Well, I mean, he was low enough as.
But I
low
was
as some
also I was low
buildings.
enough because I didn't have my
Okay,
airplane mode on.
okay.
But
Oh.
you could text throughout the entire flight.
That's new. As far as I remember, you can.
Yeah,
oh,
but
okay,
since
well,
1977, they've made some adjustments. So Poseidon, Anyway, and then when it lands, it was quite a slide for a while. Bro, I was so scared, and I was like, we're looking at each other, and I was like, bro, did I just shit my pants?
And most accidents happen on the takeoff and on the landing, right?
Yeah, that's why I was scared. I thought that's how it ended. I go, this is how it ends. This is what an anticlimactic way for me to die.
95% of the plane accidents happen like that.
I can't believe I didn't die because of a deranged Muslim.
I know I have.
I thought that was gonna get me. I can't believe that I'm just dying randomly.
It's just the weather that you've been complaining about since you were born.
I know this might sound a little bit redundant, but here's a crazy thought. If I'm a pilot and I'm flying a plane into a city that's got a big snowstorm, you don't take the flight, right? You don't start it. Isn't that their job? Crazy notion, right? I'm a pilot and I'm flying my plane into a city that's got a big storm. That makes no sense. I thought. Well, the fact that you're not saying anything, I don't know. Did I just make a logical statement? You're not supposed to fly a plane when there's a storm.
Well, just so you know,
Yes.
a pilot doesn't just decide, yo, pop in, let's fucking go. This is approved. There's like a lot of people. There's a lot of people that have to approve and monitor.
Control, all that stuff,
The pilot didn't just hop in and be
care
like,
who they-
get in, losers, we're going to Montreal.
The crew who made the decision to get him to start flying were not smart. I'll say it that way.
There's control towers on both destinations.
Yeah. It's just I guess I don't know if it got windy towards the bottom, but it was heavy duty. It was
I think just with the flights every day, and first of all, I would like to address. He said he almost died, and your reaction was like, "Well, the fucking pilot over there." It was to complain about that shit, which didn't make any fucking sense what you just said. But on a daily basis, with the thousands of flights going on, just the crews to operate just one flight is like hundreds of people,
and they're not all qualified. We're getting to that with Toronto.
Yeah.
So I found out that Delta Air flight was operated by Endeavor, which operates a lot of the flights that I'm on, actually. And I was looking at their TikToks. Apparently, they have a big thing. They go, we have the first unmanned plane, which means no men, just women. They're very big on DEI. So their hiring process is very big on just not dudes. It's not on competency.
What does DEI stand for?
Diversity, equity, inclusion. So it's not... They hire people based on, are you a lady and you want to fly this plane? It's not based on like your competency. They'll anyways, because they think that that's a good thing, which is this is the kind of diversity you do not want on a plane. On a plane, you just want the most qualified person. So it's funny because I was looking at I saw a TikTok of them and it's a lady pilot. And I swear to God, I'm not joking. I'm going to try to pull up. The song is Bad Girls Live Fast, Die Young. And I was like, yeah, that's the problem. That's one of the that's not the song you should be playing. It was a lady pilot. Yeah.
God damn.
So I'm not saying that lady pilots are bad. What I'm saying is if you hire someone just based on their gender and not on their competency, you should do it at jobs that do not risk the life of a couple hundred other people.
And there's gonna be people that are gonna slip through that aren't competent enough for that job.
Well, especially now because you're pushing the non-competent ones.
Yeah.
Because you're not saying I'm going to take the best pilot. You're like, you're the best pilot, but there's a woman who just got out of school. She's probably not the best pilot, but she's a woman.
She got a 55 and barely passed.
It's wild.
God damn. You know, every time I hop in a plane now, and I hear the pilot's voice on the intercom, and it's a man, I get some relief.
Not today, Satan.
I get a lot of relief. I remember speaking of turbulence, when I was flying, I was in Greece. I was taking a Aegean. It was those small propeller planes, passenger planes. And I remember, dude, in these planes, these small planes, there's always going to be a lot of turbulence because they're very light, so you feel most of the turbulence. I remember even before the flight started, the pilot came on and said, look, there's going to be a bit of turbulence. This is a small plane. There's high winds today, so don't worry. Nothing, it's all good. This is a normal thing. It's a small plane. Dude, I remember I'm sitting there. I'm sitting next to a lady. I'm just chilling, and I feel boop, 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 like that. I'm
God.
like, ooh, some turbulence. And all I hear is doing her cry. Bro, I wanted to fucking punch her in the face, bro. I'm like, what the fuck, lady? Calm down. Calm down.
Calm down.
Calm down. I was like, holy shit. Everyone turned around and was just staring at this lady. Like full on panic attack.
How long did it last?
What?
How long was this going on for?
That's a good question. I never thought about it. But it felt like forever because even after she yelled, she was still in her seat vibrating. I felt her more vibrating in her seat than I felt the turbulence. That's how scared she was.
So I'm looking at Endeavor's TikTok, bro. This is fucking amazing.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it up to you in a second.
up?
I just want to pull up the video.
Actually, you can wait a bit longer.
Yeah, you guys keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
Adam, what do you think of these planes?
I'm stunned. Okay, I'm not going to use any other words to tell me that an airline would prefer DEI. DEI, is that what you call it? Than competence.
Adam.
Yes.
That's the.
You've been
that's the-
hired, but as a parking valet,
Yeah, you're a DI
A
hire.
long time ago. Yeah.
and you don't know how to park.
I never.
So
thought
how?
of that.
Oh,
Now I'm making a link. You remember that story about the 3 cars that allegedly got hit and then they took the money from my salary? There must be a link.
they hired.
Okay.
There's a company that hired you to drive children around,
So Adam, this is an official video. Okay.
and you look like that.
What'd you see?
A company hired him to drive children around with the way that he looks, bro. Are you surprised there's DI hires? Like
Adam,
really?
that is true. He does make an excellent point though on that one. That one's not.
Well, guys, let me make an official statement, if you will. I'm a good driver, but lousy at parking. So
You're not a
Adam,
good
this is an
driver.
official video from Endeavor. This is on Endeavor's TikTok.
I don't think so. Live fast, die young, bad girls do it well. Live fast, die young.
Bro, that's wild, bro. That's an official video, bro.
that didn't age well.
That did not
That
age
did-
well
that didn't
at
age
all.
well at all.
Live fast, die young. But hold on, I'm bringing you. I made a list of them to show you. This is again. This is their official. This is.
good song by Tate McRae.
Yeah. This is the official. This is the kind of shit they're putting up.
You have to understand something. As a company, first of all, I blame I blame Wendy's for this. Okay,
I'm listening.
I blame Wendy's for this because when they hired
Watch this.
that dude, their moderator.
It's a good airline. That's all I want. I just want chicks. I don't give a shit about competency.
Okay, that one's not bad, but you have to understand as a company, and I blame Wendy's for this when they had that moderator just shitting on people on Twitter. You
was
remember that? Good times. But you have to understand there's certain limits as a company to what you can do on the internet, right? I see a lot of companies, they want to hop on this, TikTok bandwagon, internet trend. They want to get viral because it's free marketing and stuff like that. I get
Bro,
it,
there's something amazing.
but that's not, like there's limits. You know what I mean? There's limits.
Statistically, the 2 worst drivers are co-piloting a plane.
Who is this?
It's a woman and an Asian man.
Is this Endeavor?
Yeah.
Fuck, it would have been even worse if it was just a woman and then an Asian woman.
Jesus Christ, the jokes are writing themselves.
God damn, it's like an episode of Family Guy.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Fuck me, bro.
God, all right, gladly. What's up?
So anyways, that's what I have to say. But you know what? I'm not any better. So we've had this blizzard in Montreal. And I would like to say this is the most snowfall we've gotten in a period of like...
I'm sorry to cut you off, but this is for you. Look at that. That's right there. That's for you, bro. The first ever unmanned, because there's no men on the flight. When you have an unmanned flight crew.
The flight attendants and the
hold
pilot.
on. This proves that they shouldn't have been hired because that's not what unmanned means.
Exactly, but they're changing because like this, and
Well, they're not respecting
That
the
is so
language, the English
insanely
language.
fucking retarded. That's even more retarded than Adam.
Look, I'm gonna say something to Poseidon. I don't know why why don't you want to live dangerously? Are you some kind of pussy? Scared to die, bro? Scared to get your fucking plane flipped upside down?
I like it's insane.
Yeah.
First unmanned flight, and it's just because there's no men. Like it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. So we've had a blizzard, going back to this blizzard,
Yeah.
and it's been the most snowfall we've gotten in such a short amount of time since 1898.
Wow.
They said 1941.
So
Why do
19
they keep changing shit?
Either way,
So
it's a
no,
long time.
in a short amount of time. The previous record, I think, for like 24 hours or like 30, 40 hours was in 1898. It was like 70 centimeters, and we got like 74 centimeters, some shit like that, right? Dude, it was so insane out there. Like
I was watching the videos.
I went to go take out the garbage, and I looked, I go, bro, I'm not doing that. I just left the garbage on a snowbank. I'm like, fuck this, bro. It's insane. And then I fucked up during the Sunday blizzard. I overestimated my car's ability to go through snow because I have a 4x4. And, there was too much snow. And
You
even,
drive a 4x4?
Yeah, it's my car is each individual tire spins.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, I thought you got I thought you got a truck.
No, but
I
4x4.
thought you said that too, yeah.
No, I know, but normally it used to be only trucks that were 4x4, but they've then since put it onto other cars. Anyways, Audi has always had 4x4. They just called it Quattro. Anyways, that's besides the point. So I overestimated the height of the snow going into my parking spot. And even my girlfriend was like, yeah, look, you should get out and shovel and then try to go. I'm like, nah, I got this. And then I got stuck.
And then your girlfriend's just laughing?
She was like, she was laughing and she was like, she was looking at me. She was about to tell me, I told you so. And I was like, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
I will slap you right in the face.
And then I got stuck really badly.
I saw the video.
I got stuck Sunday around 2 or 3 p.m.
And you blocked the whole lane.
Yeah, and I got out Tuesday, 11:30 a.m.
You ruined everyone's life.
Well, nobody moved anyways for those days. So everyone just stayed inside. So
Was
it
it
wasn't
real
that bad.
that they asked for people to just stay in?
I don't know. I didn't see anyone ask me to stay in, but I forced everyone to stay in. So, I guess we're all just chilling at home now. So I blocked the lane and blocked the entrance of the neighbor's garage. Dude, it took me. So Sunday when I got stuck, I shoveled for about 6 hours.
Wow.
Monday, I shoveled for about 10. And then Tuesday.
10 hours?
Yeah, about 10 hours. I was finished.
You're just shoveling other people's stuff?
Well, I had to because, I called 5 tow trucks. All of them refused. They drove by. They're like, nope, we're not doing it.
Like, sir, we don't
you
tow fat men. We just tow cars.
So you gotta go fuck yourself. So I had to clear out everyone's driveway in the lane. Not driveway, sorry, but almost the entire lane. I had to clear it out for tow truck drivers just to come. One guy came with a small pickup truck and a like a hook, and he goes, "Dude, you're too deep. I can't hook to anything. I'm just gonna fuck up your car."
He told you, dude, you too deep?
And he was a small Italian man.
Oh, yeah, you got too deep.
And he goes, dude, I've never seen this in my life. I'm actually impressed. There's nothing that I can do to help you. This is insane. I don't know how you manage this. I go, stupidity.
Genetics.
So my story
I
is
have one more chromosome than you.
So hold on. I know you want to fucking give me shit for saying
No, I don't. I have a story that's nothing compared to yours. It's a joke in terms of how much time I show. But don't worry.
Oh, say the joke.
How much time did you
It's not
shovel?
a joke. So, luckily, actually, there were 2 occasions.
Oh, fuck. Nobody cares, bro. I'm not done with my story.
20 minutes, half an hour, not 6 hours. And I was stuck too. But
You got out in half an hour, and it took him 6 hours and an Italian. So, if anything, you're better.
my-
No, not even an Italian. He couldn't help. So what I did was I call up, bro, like I was, how do we say désespéré in English?
Desperate.
Desperate.
I had given up almost. I call up my garage and ask him, bro, what do I do, bro? Like I'm stuck. He goes, look, I have 30 years experience. You're not going to get out. Just shut the fuck up, throw salt, go home, go relax, and go, the next day you're going to slide right out. So bro, I buy 3 bags of salt. Well,
That's what he said, just put salt everywhere?
Yeah. So I bought 1 bucket of 44 pounds and 2 bags of 44 pounds each. I threw 2.5 bags, the equivalent, right? On the side, under the car, everywhere. Then Monday night, I go to bed, bro. I get this dream where I'm pouring liquid under my car and my car got out. So I was like, what the fuck? That's weird. I wake up
I
Tuesday
gotta pour my
morning.
liquid under this car.
So I wake up Tuesday morning, bro, and I go to get out the car, bro. Even with all the salt I threw, my suspension had lowered a bit because I was really stuck. Like my suspension had extended because the car was elevated. So I was not touching the ground. So I'm like, what the fuck do I do? I try traction aids, everything, nothing. I'm like, fuck it. I start boiling water. I had to boil water 5 times in a big casserole. I go and I poured because it was on a slant, so I poured it under my bumper and it went all under. And because there was salt, it mixed with the salt.
You made a delicious soup.
I guess so. I made a Chinese soup Chinese street soup or Mumbai street soup.
So
And-
you just made Indian
And the
soup.
car just lowered. And the car eventually lowered a little, and I could feel it trying to get more traction. And then I put the traction aids, and it gripped, and I slid right out. So the boiling water trick worked, but it took me 2.5 days of being stuck. Bro, I was so finished. My back, I shoveled so much.
Good thing you work from home.
I guess so, yeah. Yeah, because I'd be screwed. But yeah, man, dude. Like, I first of all, I didn't even think I had it in me to shovel that long.
I'm surprised, to be honest. Adam, tell us your shoveling story.
Well, actually, there's two. The first one is kind of boring. You're right. It took me about 20 minutes.
That's
to
not a
half an
story.
hour.
That's just telling us how much time it took you to shovel.
Depends how you classify what a story is, right? An event. How about this? A rendition of event.
Adam,
Of a
speaking to the
ren-
microphone, number
a
one.
rendition of a boring event.
Number two, it's not even a rendition. Just tell us, Adam,
A rendition.
what was your... Did you get stuck with your van? With your pedicure van?
Yes, twice. The first time I was alone and it took me about 20 minutes to shovel and I got out. Second time I could not. Luckily, this was during the day. I didn't have any rides I needed to do, and some neighbor who lives down the street was nice enough to. I believe the term is a hoe, right? When you're digging in the ground, you have it's a piece of metal. He
Definitely
used
a hoe, yeah.
Yeah.
So you met a hoe? A hoe helped
the
you.
tool. Don't get any ideas, please.
A hoe
He
helped
used
you.
the tool, yes, to dig
I bet
under
they were
the
a tool.
tires because
How
it was
much?
made of metal. How much digging did it do? It took about half an hour, 20 minutes.
All right,
and
you
then
got
I
your
got
money's
the car
worth.
out. So thank you so much to the neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for the hoe.
And my neighbor lent me his snowblower. The guy that I blocked, he's like, bro, just use my snowblower. And even with the snowblower, nothing. I did everything. Bro, I was finished. My back.
You didn't
my
think of the water first,
my
eh? The
hands-
hot water?
No, but my hands, bro, my hands were so finished from the shoveling and the pulling of the snowblower and pushing. I went to go grab my Brita container and like I almost dropped it. That's how weak my hand was.
I believe it. Adam, you're a political junkie. How do you feel about the Montreal fans booing the American national anthem during the Four Nations game against the United States of America?
Well, I believe in diplomacy. You shouldn't do that.
All right. Poseidon, how do you feel?
I think that they're fucking idiots. They should have started booing their government first.
I feel the same way. It is weird that
I left a
hypocrisy.
comment. I saw a video and people were shitting on the United States of America. Like, that's what you get when you put tariffs.
Yes, so hold on. So this is the hypocrisy of wokeism of everyone and don't be racist, but we're going to be racist against 500 million people, 400 million people because you don't like one guy.
That's an excellent
You
point.
guys are fucking
But
disgusting.
my point that I want to make is the Canadian government has been taxing Canadians
Off the shit, dude, off the wall.
75% of their fucking salary, including sales tax, and not a fucking peep. All of a sudden, because it's Donald Trump. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Go have the same energy for the stupid government you voted in. Insane. I'm seeing this, and it's like fucking. It's
I
like
wonder-
Stockholm syndrome.
It is.
It's Stockholm syndrome. You're fucking captive in your own fucking country, being bled dry by a criminal government, and you have nothing to fucking say.
Preach, lady.
The
Actually-
moment Orange Man Bad put tariffs
For his own country's benefit.
for his own country's benefit, oh, fuck you, bro, fuck you. You care about your country, fuck you, loser.
I don't care about mine.
It's like me putting a fence around my house because people keep coming fucking up my lawn. Oh, fuck you. You care about your fucking house, you fucking loser? Yeah, I fucking care about my house, bro. I put a fucking fence. Fuck you. You fucking idiots.
I mean, Poseidon is making sense for the first time in 37 years.
Well,
And I've been alive for only 30.
Yeah.
Pantelis, I'd like to ask you if what I'm about to say makes sense or not.
It doesn't.
I am still okay. You got to understand when you read the news, you know, when you see news reports and all that, people are still thinking that Donald Trump actually thinks that Canada is going to be the 51st state.
Yeah, no, it's called trolling, dude.
So ridiculous, you know. We've been their ally for hundreds of years.
Well, I wouldn't.
know?
It's not that many hundreds of years, but
Well, I don't
I
know.
mean, and we were enemies at first. We went down and we burnt the White House. I don't think they forgot about that. I think it was the Red House at the
Oh,
time.
yeah,
but,
it's true. We did do that.
Yeah.
Well, not we.
It
Not
wasn't
we.
me. I'm just saying we.
I know-
Oh,
nothing to do with
I
that.
want to know how many years ago that was. over a century, right?
Probably 8 years. So here's the thing.
Yeah, January 6th was Canada.
I was having the last time I showed up to Washington. That's what I said there. What do you hear? I go, I'm here for the insurrection. I'm a little late to the party. I'm so sorry.
That's funny. Shit. Anyways, that's my rant about seeing all this dumb rhetoric online about that. So we spoke about me being stuck for 3 days, the blizzard. A man died. There was beef on the street. I saw a video.
I saw the man who died in his car in Parc-ex. There's an old Greek
that
man.
was in Parc-ex?
Yeah.
No.
How did
What
he die?
street? I probably know who it is.
I don't remember the street, but I remember that it was definitely in Parc-ex.
Fuck. I probably know who it is. That's the crazy part.
How did he die?
We don't know, but I think maybe his car was stuck. He was trying to move it. And you know when the pipe in the back is blocked?
Yeah.
It was carbon monoxide poisoning is my guess. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a detective, but I'm really good at this kind of stuff.
I mean, it's kind of obvious.
There's another. There's my friend's husband. No, my friend's husband. I don't know this person. In Toronto, went missing.
Oh shit.
Yeah, 3 days ago, like when the storm had started. So they thought it was the storm at first, but then they still can't find him. There's no body or anything. It was seen around 5 a.m. Walking.
Do I know this person?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
He hasn't showed up to work, obviously.
Yeah, he hasn't showed up at home. He's missing. That's what missing means. Missing isn't like, but he's at work, right? But he showed up for work, right? Well, he's missing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've ever heard of a personal case about that.
Like, well, as opposed to what?
Okay, do you remember Cedric Provencher in 2008 or something? Yeah, it happens. But
You mean that
someone
people go missing?
Yes, I've never heard of anybody personally tell me that they knew someone who went missing. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's
right.
just-
I
it's
see what you're
never
saying.
at home. Yeah,
It never hits home like this.
exactly.
Well, it happens all the time, Adam. Many a times this happens.
You have zero connect. What do you mean hit home?
Because he sees something used and it feels foreign. It feels like it's not
Yeah.
real.
Oh,
Exactly.
okay, I get it. Okay, I get.
It doesn't feel like it happened to him.
Well, I've never experienced such a feeling. So
Like you've never been kidnapped.
as amazing as it is, that's correct.
It's not amazing. I believe it.
What a shame.
Yeah, I would pick you down for a murder, getting murdered, not
Yeah,
kidnapped.
but not murder like premeditated murder, but more of like a
Someone hears you
Yeah.
talking for long periods
Yeah.
of time. Murder.
yeah,
They lose
yeah,
their
and
temper
it's just they snapped, they went crazy, and they killed you. That I can see it happening to you.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I can
Like
definitely-
I see it. You know how I see your murder happening if it were to happen. Knock on wood. Not that I want it to happen.
I don't want it to happen.
I don't know. I don't want it to happen. I'm serious.
But I know you're going to use the word "but," right? But
How I would see it happens is you try to park next to someone in a parking lot, and you fall on the wrong person. Where like he's been having like a shitty 5 years. Like he just got divorced, lost everything. Kids don't want to talk to him. He's disgusting. He's bald. Like so many bad things have happened to him.
and what
like,
else does he need besides
and
me?
all
Right?
he has left is his car to go to work, to try and pay rent, make ends meet, and you try to park and you demolish his car. And then when you get out, you'll be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," but the way you are, you're probably gonna piss him off, and he's had enough, and that's gonna be the straw that breaks the camel back, and then he's going to strangle you.
I mean, you are a very bad parker. You're super bad at parking.
Oh man. I might as well go on there and say, well, this is the reason why I only got my driver license on the third try. I screwed up on parking the first and the second time.
You know who they should hire for those what's the company called? The airline?
Endeavor.
Endeavor. The drone pilot that tried to spy on Drake.
You saw that? Was that real? I thought he was fucking around.
Yeah, I thought so too. When he was chilling in his penthouse in where was it?
Australia.
In Australia, and this dude just flew a drone on his balcony. Did you see the way he threw the flip flop?
Yeah, nowhere near the drone.
yeah, just completely.
It's like he was just trying to scare the drone.
Yeah, kind of funny. Feel good
I wonder if that
story.
was real. Hey, what did you think of the halftime show with Kendrick Lamar?
We spoke about it, no?
Did we? Can't remember. I think we did. Yeah, we watched this. We had an episode after the Super Bowl. Yeah, you're right.
I think we spoke about.
Because you were talking about online. They go, if you didn't like it, you're racist. But I thought it was a shit halftime show. It wasn't that good of a halftime show.
It was
Because you know why? Because it wasn't. There was no. It was just singing these fucking. It was mostly based on his what's it called? His beef track against Drake.
Yeah, first of
Too
all,
personal.
just from a performance aspect, I think it was kind of trash.
Yeah.
I think the one with Eminem and 50 Cent.
Oh, that was insane.
That one was awesome. So just on a performance level, forget like politics aside, just like everything, I was like, eh. But it also kind of felt weird to me. Kind of felt a little
Forced.
forced and a bit not military, militant. It was a
Yeah,
bit,
it was very culty.
It was very culty. That's the word. It was very
Yeah.
culty to me. It was like, okay, this is a little.
He's got secret messages. No, he's a fucking midget who's dressed like a lesbian. He doesn't have mess. Calm down.
I've been seeing TikToks of. Is your man also trying on your bell bottom jeans to look like Kendrick? I'm like that is a
That checks out.
Your boyfriend is gay. Your boyfriend is gay.
Apparently, Tekashi 6ix9ine is finally completely broke.
I mean, are you surprised?
I am not surprised, but it's a little. I don't want him to be rich or poor. I don't care, but it is a little. It's sad to see that downfall.
You know, 50 Cent spoke about him in his book, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter.
What did he say
spoke
about
about how Tekashi 6ix9ine took the wrong route
Yeah.
in the music career. He went the cutthroat, gangster, murderer
when
route
he wasn't really one.
when he was nothing like that.
That wasn't his background, yeah. I
And
read up
50
as well.
Cent spoke about what?
I did a little bit of research on it. Yeah.
On Tekashi 6ix9ine? Why?
Yeah.
Because of his rainbow hair?
Nah, it was just you hear a name and like who's this guy and you know.
Oh,
You remember
interesting.
him?
I know there was someone who got murdered and he got I don't know he got set up or there was some
Yeah, I mean they
there was some criminal
they
activity.
were
yeah.
banging his girlfriend. I think like they really
Yeah.
mistreated him. The guys that he ratted on.
So, and even he was in his in 50 Cent's office asking for advice, trembling, and even 50 Cent had given him the advice is like you got to stop the gangster act because you're gonna attract real gangsters and you're nothing like those people, not even close, and it's gonna end up poorly. And lo and behold,
He was right.
yeah,
He's still posting stuff, but apparently there's a video that was made about him. Like he just lost everything. So I don't know. I don't know what's real.
fuck, that sucks.
Uh,
You should have bought some real estate. RiseMTL.com. Don't be like Tekashi 6ix9ine. Put your money where it works for you.
see, unlike Poseidon, I'll tell you the truth. Tekashi 6ix9ine owns Rise MTL.
Plot twist.
Plot twist. Yeah. Adam,
Yes.
are you any closer to purchasing a motor home?
I'm not closer to purchasing any kind of home, motor or not.
Why not? That's negative thinking.
That's negative thinking, Adam. He's right.
Hey, you never know what can happen from one day to the next.
Well,
I guess you do.
now listen.
In his
I would
case,
like to
we
use
do.
very clear wording.
Yes.
I would not be surprised if you guys. I was a little cruel there. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys said, what planet does this guy live on?" I'm gonna go with $5,000 or $10,000 to playground, and it's gonna amass to a whole bunch of points, and that points are gonna get me a house. Well, let's.
That's not how that
you
works.
know, exactly. So
Where the fuck did you even get that thought from? This is why you confuse me, Adam. Like I can't even imagine where
All
you
right.
even grabbed that thought
let
from.
me answer your question with another question. Okay, let me make a sentence.
That's not how you're supposed to do that.
I have seen at playground people with those black cards, which are the highest tier of cards. What are their motives to have that? You know, I wonder. They seem. I get attracted. Wow, there's people with black cards. They don't even have to wait in the lineups.
You're attracted to
High-profile things.
high-profile things
Yeah.
and people, and you
What can I
you
say?
love a man in uniform.
Oh, since you put it that way, I guess so.
There's no other way to put it. There was one way.
What kind of uniform exactly?
Yeah, is there a uniform that you're like, that's respect? That man commands
Does-
my respect and adoration.
Does it include leather pants?
Pretty universal. No,
Does it include Hugo Boss?
fine. The stewards, okay. The stewards we just saw on Endeavor.
Really? That's what does it for you? That's the kind of dudes you like? Effeminate
maybe
dudes?
maybe the Hugo Boss outfits from the 1940s and late 1930s.
Never gave that
The
any
nannies. The nannies.
Does that ever? Do you see that and go, damn, that's a cool outfit. That
thought. I'd have to see it.
you wanna show it? To?
No, it's fine. But so you do love a man in uniform.
Just to him, not to the viewers.
Yeah,
I know.
you do love a man in uniform. I appreciate that. Now, do you just like observing, or do you ever want to aspire to be one of those men that you find command so much respect?
So that's a deep question, actually.
It's not that deep, but I'm curious to see where we're going to go with this.
All right. I actually gave a little bit of thought to that in recent times. So I got to figure out how to say this. I guess the most appropriate way for me to say it is I've always wondered, okay? Now, okay, there's a term starstruck, okay?
That's how I feel when I see it.
Probably never going to happen, but if Donald Trump walked into the studio, right, I would be like, oh my goodness. You know what I mean? So there's a statement attached to that, okay? I never could quite understand. Now, we already said that it's a well-known fact because I've said it before. My father was an entrepreneur and he was a businessman, okay? Now, so I've seen people, but he was at the much lower levels, right? He had a company with 25 people, right? I've always wondered how people manage to live when they're in when they're among the elite businessmen, you know? I don't care if you own a Jean Coutu or, you know, like a big elite businessman, right? I've always wondered how people get there. And then I think, well, I could be there too, but then I think maybe their mindsets are different. So that was what my thought entails.
Have you ever heard someone screaming in agony while being burned alive? You know that scream? Have you heard that? You know you've heard it in movies?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I hear when you speak in my head.
It is wild. It is
I don't understand why, dude. I'm sorry.
you do say some wild ass
I
shit.
try to listen to you, but it's all alarm bells. It's all
All right. How about I say something which hopefully will be
it's all
perceived
World
as
War II
intelligent?
sirens.
Hold
It's
on.
all
All right.
I'll tell
I'm waiting.
Is there any reason, in your best opinion, why not everybody can strive to be? Even I was thinking about Jean Charest. Even though before he was premier of Quebec, he's a businessman. He's on X number of boards of large corporations.
Yep.
How come not everybody can strive to be at that level?
You can strive to be any level. You strive. No one's stopping you from
And
striving.
or getting there.
Well, not everyone can get to the same level, right? Like there's a limit.
It's not just about getting there. It's
Wanting to.
most people don't want to.
Like I don't want to be Jean Charest.
You don't want to have 6, 7 zeros in your bank account. I mean,
That's not. But there's other ways to do it without being Jean Charest.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, I suppose.
It can't always just be the money. You'll do anything. Like right now, if I would tell you to, if I would tell you to sleep with a bunch of women,
I knew you were about to say blow up a building, right?
yeah, exactly what I was gonna say. It's exactly. I don't know how you fucking
I'm
read
too
my mind.
civilized to do that, but anyways.
You're
yeah.
very civilized. You read my goddamn mind.
So continue with your alternate thought. If you
Yeah.
do what? Sleep with someone.
Sleep with a bunch of women, but you have to sleep with all of them, and then I'll give you $10 million. Would you be able to muster up the courage and energy to do that?
Hell no.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but you want to parallel that
Hold
with
on,
running
hold
a
on,
business,
hold on,
opening
hold
a
on.
business. It's a little.
No, I'm not paralleling. I'm just saying. Poseidon's gonna lose his fucking mind right now. I felt that one coming.
You
Be
already
quiet.
know that I'm
Be
a
quiet.
prude.
Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. You're telling me if this fine gentleman over here offered you $10 million to sleep with 10 women,
I heard a whole bunch. I didn't hear 10.
10 is a whole
Okay, so
10, 50, 100.
50. Let's say 50. Let's say 50 to be
women.
safe.
$10 million.
There's this thing called living in the real world. I know he wouldn't, okay?
It's a hypothetical.
Maybe. I would depend how much time I would need, you know? What is wrong with introducing humor?
There's
okay?
that's
No,
not-
I'm with you. I love what you're doing, Adam.
You see?
You're making this a great show. I'm listening, Adam.
Okay, this is kind of. I'll man up and I'll say something which got you really pissed off last time. This is.
I mean, I'm just saying. I gotta
lack of
say something right
logic.
now. You've already gotten pissed off this time.
It's a little bit like me slipping my tongue and saying, "Oh, you lose 50,000 at the casino. Do you not have a problem?" Yeah, you have a problem when you
Slip
reach
that tongue,
10.
yeah.
So, okay, I don't know. Listen, guys, maybe I should also man up and say something about me in the logic department. It's never really. I've had trouble mastering what logic and non-logic is. Okay.
I don't think logic is the problem here. I think you're just.
So let me ask you
You
this
know.
question. I told you something which obviously pissed you off because it was crazy. If you've lost $50,000, are you slightly crazy? Well, I think the answer is, I think if I lower that number to 2,000, then you're maybe kind of around the threshold of what should and shouldn't be done, right?
But
You've
you
lost-
haven't lost 2,000. You've lost 50,000.
I think it's closer to 2, okay? I mean, we've already done the math. I would put in $200 at some point, okay? You want to make it $200 a month?
How often would you go to the casino and playground poker?
Mm.
And that's just
Barely
playground
go. I don't go to the
By the way,
casino 'cause
hold
they,
on.
they don't close at night. They close at night now.
First of all, no, they don't.
The
they're
casino
op-
now closes. No, in playground, no. The casino does close. That's a
the
well-known
casino
fact.
doesn't close on the weekends. It's 24/7
They close
most
at
of the
5
days.
a.m. Check the website. If that was the case,
The
I'd be
casino,
telling you
yeah,
I'd be going there more.
the casino does close. I don't know if
Okay,
it's
at 5 a.m., not at 9 p.m.
They,
like you
they
just
used
said.
to close at one point. I remember in the summer we had one with Peter
1
Bowen, and they kicked him off the poker table because he's black, and they closed like around 1 or 3. Or so. They closed very early.
Oh,
At
shit.
1.1.
Yeah. But it was so funny when Peter got kicked off the table. He literally sat down and they're like,
That was
"Sir."
during the pandemic, no? I think they've returned to normal business hours.
This was about last summer, I think.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I think they lost so many
serious?
employees that they couldn't run it. That's the only
Oh,
reason
it's
because there's no reason to
possible.
keep it open.
It's possible.
Hmm.
Am I to derive that you're not playing with me? They kicked him out for...
Being too black.
For being too black, yeah.
So Adam,
Yes.
the 50,000. First
Well,
of all,
not too black. I think it was just black.
stop trying to change reality. Okay, that's not who you are. You're not fucking Doctor Doom or fucking the magical wizard with a cape. What's his fucking name, bro? Doctor Strange. I keep forgetting his name. You're not gonna change fucking reality, bro. Okay, you're not Thanos. The matter of fact is, you didn't lose 2,000. You lost way more than 2,000. Tens of thousands you lost at the playground poker, and that's just playground poker. We haven't even calculated online gambling or the casino.
I stay away from online gambling. I tried it once. I lost.
What do
okay?
you?
Fine, if
Not
you don't
just
want to believe
once.
me, that's your prerogative. I
Okay,
remember
You've
a
lost more than
site-
once, Adam.
Guys,
Stop.
I
Adam,
remember
Adam. When did you start gambling?
Misoya? 15, 16, when I was 15 or 16. But
15,
we're not-
16 years ago.
Yeah.
When you were 15 or 16.
Yes.
And ever since then, you really think you've only lost $2,000?
But as a matter of principle, I never went to the casino. I didn't like the fact that there's people that blow their life savings in one evening. You have to take that into consideration.
I mean, that
Casino
is
maybe 10
you.
years.
Just that you don't have life savings. It is the savings you have.
Yeah,
Do you get my point? If I told you I started
You-
going
you-
when I was
you
18,
splurged
we'd have
your
a different-
hourly
different
savings.
conversation here, guys.
You splurged your hourly savings in one shot. Adam, you have to admit, this is why I get angry at you. You have to man up and be like, you know what? I fucked up. I need help. In the past 2 years, I've been asking money from people, my mother included, and I've been spending that money instead of paying off debts and trying to get a better life on my gambling addiction.
See, this is where, unfortunately, we don't see things in a black and white capacity. I know as a fact that my debt load was
Bro, I
double.
swear to God,
Double. Go
you're-
back 3
You're
years.
going to turn into black and white. You're going to turn into black and white.
Pantelis,
I'm listening.
that's one thing that I pretty much pride myself in, okay? I do not lie, okay?
That's a lie.
You omit a lot.
That's a lie.
That's a different story. I may omit key events, but asking
no.
me...
You've literally lied. Hold on. If we go back into this episode and you say you don't lie, you lied before this episode started.
That is true, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he's too dumb and he did it by accident.
And these
Now
are,
you're
these are
just
very
playing.
personal
Now you're
information.
just playing devil's advocate.
I'm playing
I
retard
owed
advocate.
double, okay? I'm not going any further into this because nobody's business, but I owe double.
I don't need an advocate. But Adam, you might need an advocate. Cause me and you both know you've lost tons of dollary dues at the casino.
But what is it that you refuse to admit the truth? Are you embarrassed by the truth? What is it?
So there's these words, and I think you'll agree with me 100% on this. I agree with you that sometimes I shade the truth. Did you go to Toronto, Adam, for the weekend? I'm giving you an example. No, I went to Ottawa, but I say I went to Toronto. Okay, you get what I'm saying, right?
But you lied. That's a lie. You don't shade the truth.
Okay,
you
that-
literally lied. If
There
you went
are
to Toronto and
different
you said, no, I went to
okay,
Ottawa.
that's not okay. Bad example. I thought of this for a long time. I went to Calgary, let's say, in the weekend, and I told you I went to Edmonton. Those cities are 3 hours apart. Okay, that would be kind of shading the truth. I went all the way to the western part of Canada, but I didn't go to Calgary. I went to Edmonton. That would be shading the truth. Okay, my point goes as follows: my debt load is half of what it was 3 years ago. Okay, now any
could have
person
been zero.
can discern.
It could have been
he's
zero.
paid his debts down.
It could have
then
been zero
fine.
had you
so
not
what the moral
gambled.
of the story is, it cost me a little bit of money, but I know how to gauge what's a lot and what's a little.
I think you can't even gauge distance.
Yeah, that is true. I am feeling Poseidon. Like, if you could gauge what's a lot and what's a little, we wouldn't be in this mess, would we now?
Exactly.
So how about this?
How about it?
Now, I'm not going to go into my personal stats on the air. That's personal, okay?
I'm not going to go into our personal stuff on the air because it's personal.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, that's a double
I
entendre.
can't. My point. It's very clear. My point is very clear, and I need you guys to listen to me carefully. It would not be appropriate for me to say this gambling habit has equaled a big demise in my personal finances.
It has.
Other stuff, like a certain person who I ran into before, I don't want to have anything to do with him, get suckered, Bitcoin, some Indian woman, some Indian guy pretending.
It's an Indian guy pretending to be a woman.
Thank
Yeah.
No,
you,
it's
thank
crazy.
you.
We're just counting his gambling losses, but we're not even counting the amount of times he got scammed.
No, he's counting all
And
his
I'm
losses.
sorry, guys, it's embarrassing, but that is something I would rather, put
Well,
more
no, because you
emphasis
spent
on.
more money on gambling than you did being scammed out of money.
Oh yeah, I don't know which one.
Well,
Yeah, which
it's
one?
hard
did
to
you...
gauge, guys, because I don't have
No,
data.
the other guy milked you for $8,000. We have data. It's data you've told us.
Yeah, it's actually
The
so
other
they're
guy-
both a lot. There's a lot of it's both around 10 grand.
So you can gauge it in a number of different ways. How about that?
But what caused you more emotional distress? The gambling losing or the scamming losing?
I would say the scamming losing. Well, hold on. Because I was going to say because that happened rather quickly. The gambling's been going on for a while.
Well, the scamming was months. I remember there was months where you were
a
like,
few months.
Yeah.
But how long is the
when,
gambling
when
been
you
going
thought
on?
that you were
Years.
dating that guy, when you thought that guy was a
I have a question.
woman.
When you bet, let's say $100 on a machine,
Yeah.
let's say, and you lose, you're betting like $1 a spin or whatever the fuck,
Yes.
and you lose that $100 all at the end. How do you feel?
Well, guys, it's up to you if you want to question my rationality, but you know that when you put that money, you have to be prepared to lose it. So it's a
I
thought that
asked you, how do you feel when you realize you haven't won and that you lost the $100?
the thought that I just described to you
No,
covers
no.
my thought pattern.
No, I asked you how you feel. Forget what you think and your dumb, retarded thought pattern. What is the feeling?
Okay, it's a bit uncomfortable. I agree with you.
Okay.
That's what he's
If
asking.
if only you listened to that feeling,
Go on.
your gut feeling of discomfort, maybe you wouldn't be in such a big mess.
I mean, Poseidon's cracking eggs of knowledge all over you.
Okay, well, it's a very unique approach because I've been told, Adam, just
What
use
is
your
so
brain.
unique?
Use your brain.
I don't feel comfortable doing this. It hurts me inside. I don't feel good. Let me continue doing it. That's the definition of insanity.
You know what? He's actually got you right there.
Well,
Adam.
guys, now this is a part. Okay, guys, this is what I call manning up to the highest level. When I started to see my therapist many years ago, I told her, Mrs. So-and-so, I'm not normal. I'm not normal. And you know what she told me?
Wait, you
Adam,
were yelling at someone,
are
"I'm not normal, I'm not normal."
You are normal.
Okay, so she's willing to
maybe
lie,
that
that's good.
That's a
aforementioned
terrible
statement might have
therapist.
some weight on it, actually.
That's a terrible therapist.
Look, so, guys, if you guys want to be my therapist, fine. Let me ask you a simple question.
No, I do not want to be your therapist.
Okay, well then. I am responsible for small level losses. What about the guy who lost 100,000 and $250,000?
But what do
and
you have to
$500,000?
do with that guy? That's his problem.
I try my best to tell people that it's called a watered down.
No,
it's
a
much-
problem is a problem.
How about this? You talk about alcoholics. There's one guy who's drunk 3/4 of the time. He drunks and drives and he's destroying his life. And there's another guy who drinks once a week. Are you going to throw them in the same boat? Are you going to put them in the same category? No. I would like to hope your answer is no.
Yeah, because they're both alcoholics. Just because the other guy gets shit-faced once a week and
He's
causes...
destroying his life. The other guy just every now and
They're
then.
both
Okay.
destroying their lives because God knows what that guy is doing in that fucking... when he's blacked out and fucking hammered, he's probably insulting people, ruining his fucking... his image, his public
Hold on a
image.
second. Is there not
People
such
are gonna
thing-
hate him?
Is there not such a thing as a person who drinks regularly, but he controls how much? He's not shit-faced. He has 2 beers religiously, twice a week, every Tuesday and every Friday, let's say. He has 2 beers. Does that make him an alcoholic?
Yeah, he's dependent on Tuesday and Friday to have those 2 beers.
And you're going to equate that with that destroying your life? Not necessarily.
Not necessarily, but it might catch up. It might not destroy your life, but it might hurt you in some other way.
Yeah.
So am
You
I getting
understand?
any kind of concession in terms of high level and low level? The guy that's doing it twice a week is low level. The guy that's shit-faced 3/4 of the
But
time.
regardless, you just said it yourself. Whether it's low level or high level, it's still the same thing. It's still a problem. You're still an alcoholic, regardless of how you revolve around your alcoholism or how you organize it. Just because you organize your alcoholism doesn't mean you're not an alcoholic. There's functioning alcoholics.
Okay, actually, that's a little bit of an apples and oranges. Is that guy who drinks twice a week keeping his
Hold on,
job?
hold on. I'm gonna stump you right now, you motherfucker. You're trying to fucking spin words on motherfuckers. Listen to me, you piece of shit. Winston Churchill, who led who was one of the
Prime
leaders
Minister of England. I know who he was.
against Nazi Germany,
Yes.
was a belligerent alcoholic, and yet he did great things for his nation. Did he not?
Fine.
Yet he is still an alcoholic. Are you going to measure whether he's a high level or low level? No. Granted, the man, yes, he did do good things,
Well, I
but
wouldn't
he
mind
was an
knowing how
alcoholic.
Well, I'm sorry that I'm disagreeing with you, but I'd like to know how much you drank.
I don't want you fucking ask him, bro. I can't.
Oh man. Okay. One of the reasons, and we were talking about being yelled at, I have a feeling that people I was talking to this guy I hadn't seen in a while, and you know what he says? A universal concept, or more or less universal concept in terms of people, whether they agree or disagree, it's a question of point of view.
Let me ask you, you know who isn't an alcoholic? If, let's say,
Yes.
someone who on occasion goes on a date with his wife or girlfriend and has a glass of wine sporadically. We're talking about, so if it's
Once
sporadic,
every few months, let's say. Okay, fine. I'm
Sporadic.
getting ahead. Fine.
sporadic, random,
Fine.
if it's random, if it's
Not planned, in other words.
not planned, if
hear
it's in the moment. Okay, you know what? Fuck it, I'll have a drink.
Right.
That is not being an alcoholic. Okay, if you gamble when you travel, let's say you travel to Las Vegas. You know when they say when in Rome, you know you're like fuck it, I'm in Las Vegas, may as well gamble, see if I can make anything. You're
I
not
hear you, I
a
hear you.
gambling addict.
I hear you.
Okay, now you could turn into a gambling addict. You could turn into an alcoholic if you're not careful, if you make it a habit. If you start thinking, oh, I need a drink, I need a drink, I need to gamble, I need a drink, I need that word need. As soon as it becomes a need and not a
It's a
and not
dangerous
a
word, yes.
and not a no, it's not the word that's dangerous.
Oh.
As long as it becomes of like I need to gamble, I need to drink, I need to do this, it is an addiction.
Right.
And
I-
I'm telling you this
Yes.
as someone who is addicted to nicotine.
Oh.
When I want a cigarette, I say I need a
You'll
cigarette.
go
I
over
need
dead
to
bodies to get it, right?
No, I say I need to smoke. That's
Right.
what I say. So as soon as it turns into a need, you're addicted, regardless whether you verbalize it or not. It doesn't matter high level, low level. You're still an addict.
Now,
You understand? There's
Right.
there's people that smoke 3 packs a day, 1 pack a day. Some people smoke 5 cigarettes a day. All addicts.
oh, okay.
He doesn't care what I'm saying.
No. I'm
He's
trying
waiting
my
to
best
reply.
to-
I've been watching. He's been waiting to reply. I thought
hear
you go fuck
you.
yourself.
I would like to tell you that in a prior podcast, I, on the air, said that I took a test at the Gamblers Anonymous. I went there. I had a sponsor. There was a 12-step program. So why would you guys figure I'm bullshitting you when I told you I scored 3 out
You
of 4?
literally
I
said
have a low level.
You literally said you lied. You last episode you said you lied on the fucking thing.
You did
on the
say that.
questionnaire.
Hold on. Again, it's a question of how you. Whoa. I
What is
clearly remember
happening?
your number. Your number was 60. My number was 40. That's a slight glitch between my view and yours.
What are you talking about? There's no 60 and 40. First of all, mine was 20 questions. You had like 13. There's no 60 and 40.
65, excuse me. And I had like 3 out of 10. 3 or 4. Let's say 4, okay?
And
So that's
that you admitted you lied about on the questionnaire. You admitted this yourself.
okay, that's not my version. My version is you gave me your questions, which you remembered.
No,
and
I
gave
found
me
them
your
on-
version. Yet
No, I
you
found
had
them
to-
on Google. I Googled it.
Well, I don't know if those questions were the same ones that the Gamblers Anonymous were asking.
They were probably very similar, and maybe they had a few more extra ones.
Okay, Pantelis, you're a smart,
Yes, ma'am.
you're a smart guy.
But let's not
Is
lie.
that not called shading the truth? You're not lying 3 or 4 or 6.5. That's not, if it was 9 as compared to 3, then we'd have a problem. But
Okay,
I'm
okay, so you know
admitting I
what?
have a low level problem, but
Let's skip past
you
that.
don't like low and high. It's all the same. And I can't even defend my. Okay, guys, let's change the subject. I mean,
You
okay,
can't
no, we
defend
don't have
yourself
to.
because you're full of shit. You're lying. Regardless if you lied for 1 question or 3, you still lied.
I would be lying if I said I don't have a problem. I would be lying. I have a problem,
So
but
you
how
admit
you
you're an addict.
gauge that?
You don't gauge it. It's you either have a problem or you don't. You either have an addiction or you don't. It's not okay. Like you don't make any fucking sense, dude.
Well, I'm not a therapist. I've never been exposed to such a way of
Let me
reasoning.
ask you if you're overweight.
Yes.
If you're overweight, can you be is it you're fat or you're not fat, right? It's either one or the other. You're either overweight or you're not.
I thought there's morbidly obese. There's categories.
Yeah, there's different
thought.
categories. But
Right.
at the moment you're overweight, you're overweight. I'm not morbidly obese. I'm overweight. I'm fat. Right? But it remains at the end of the day that I'm overweight. Right? If my natural weight is 220 and right now I'm 280, 285, I'm overweight. It doesn't matter to which degree I'm overweight. I am overweight.
Clip that.
Well, guys,
But is it not true? Yes or no? What I just said about me, my weight.
yes. Okay, guys, if you want me to admit that your reasoning makes it,
you want me to admit that Poseidon's overweight, I'll do it.
You have a smarter form of reasoning than me, okay? Can we stay diplomatic and just leave it at that?
No, you have to admit part of your evolution as a human being is you have to admit when you're wrong and when you have a problem. You refuse to admit. You can't just say
listening.
you have a different reasoning than me, because then that's your scapegoat. You just get by on everything.
I'll give you a case whereby I'm actually admitting 100%, and I thought about. I actually wanted to come with my own example, okay? And it's silly, but I'm sure you're going to agree with my reasoning. You see a bear outside, and the bear's knocking on your door, and you open the door, and the bear mauls you, and you have to run to the hospital. Like an idiot. Oh, I trusted the bear. He wasn't gonna. That's kind of my reasoning, right? It's shitty.
You trusted the
bear.
bear.
It. You don't open that fucking door. So in that same manner, you don't trust certain people, or you're gonna end up screwing.
First of all, if there's a bear knocking on your door, I don't think your problem is a bear. By the way,
The fact that the bear knows how to knock is impressive.
Well, you
it's
see
either
him at your door
it's
or
either
whatever.
something supernatural or you have psychedelic.
Fine, he's whatever. He wants to get in
substances.
your home. Okay, let's not get bogged down on details. I hope you get Pantelis. I hope you please get my point. That I manned up and said, you do not let that bear in. If you think, oh, I'll let the bear in and the bear's not going to attack me, then you're a complete moron.
What the fuck does this have to do with you being a gambling addict?
I'm making a slight parallel.
Listen, Poseidon, what do you mean? How do you not get the parallel?
What does that have to do with gambling?
What
I
doesn't it
am
have to do with
manning
gambling?
up in other ways.
Why don't you man up
In all ways?
in the normal way
Well,
and just admit that you're in the wrong and that you are wrong.
Never. Never
You're,
gonna
you're
happen.
not Donald Trump.
That would be funny.
Okay, guys, I know I don't really like using the
would
word
be.
getting credit from you guys, but hear me out, guys. Before, one of the reasons why my sister was really annoyed at me is because, no, Adam wants to see things his own way. Slowly over time, as my thought pattern is evolving, I'm actually conceding. Yeah, you're right. But I don't, that's why the word credit, I'm conceding half of what you're saying. No.
Bro, I have met donkeys less hard-headed than you. Like I thought I was hard-headed, but I've met my match. For real. This is what it is. This is a lesson to me because I've been so hard-headed in my life.
As have I.
This is my lesson in life. You are my lesson.
Don't
I've
do what Adam does.
No. That's not my lesson. This is how dumb you are. My lesson is sitting right in front of me. You're basically teaching me not to be as hard-headed because I finally found someone that is more hard-headed than me.
That is true. And Adam, we've been
Wow.
looking for that person for a long time.
Oh, well, guys, I have a funny feeling I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but I have a feeling you're probably going to tell me you do not blame my sister the least bit for having the thoughts and feelings about me that she does.
Fuck, he didn't
don't?
give a fuck about anything I said.
I'm trying
He
to make it
doesn't-
funny. The reason why I just said what I said is because I've been in this situation where I've been approached the same way you guys are approaching me. So it's not the first time. You're not the first person. It's not the first case. So fine. That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask you a question. I want you to answer honestly.
Shoot.
You'd ask your mother for money, right? From time to time to help you?
Rare, but yes.
Rare. Okay, but you've asked.
Mhm.
Now, the money that she's given you in the past, have you ever gambled it?